Warning, the following conversations are probably not going to be good for younger listeners. Some people may find some topics offensive, but if that's the case, you probably don't want to listen to these three wankers anyway. Go find something less interesting.
Hi guys and girls, welcome back to episode 3 of Same Genus, Different Species. You are joined again by your favourite Teesside panel, EB. So far she hasn't got anything shoved between her tits, but that could change. There's Andy. I can already see that the sarcastic bastard's ready to explode. And then there's me. The first of her name, Queen of the Andals and the First Men, Protector of the Seven Kingdoms, the Mother of Dragons, the Khaleesi of the Great Grass Sea, the Unburnt, the Breaker of Chain.
This is the wrong show for that.
Yeah. Anyway, how's everyone doing?
I'm still here. I'm here every week. I purchased a brand new laptop.
Spend some money.
Yeah, if you don't know, I am extremely cheap, and I will not shell out money for myself a lot. I tend to pay out money for other people quite frequently. So I don't spend money on myself, and I'll make do with like the shittiest stuff. But if somebody else that like needs something, I'm all for it. I'll get that person sorted. You know what I mean? Your birthday was recent, wasn't it?
Yeah, this is supposed to be my birthday episode.
But like I'll spend money on like buying you stuff because you'll like it, but I don't spend the same on myself. I'll look at something, I'll be like, oh, that's a bit much. I'll find something cheaper for me. But then I'll look at something for someone else and go, it's worth it because it's for them.
Right, let's jump straight into it, guys. There's stuff we have the ick.
Ooh. See what we got this week.
Some of that real sticky, icky. Ooh.
These get progressively worse. Let me just clarify this. Right,
Wouldn't expect anything else.
So the first two are quite tame, but the last one, oh god, it drives me. So first ick we've got when you're talking to a lad and you're talking about what you can do on the first date, and he comes out with, well, you can just come over to my house if you want, or why don't you fancy just come over here?
Oh, is this the old Netflix and chill thing?
Yeah. Now that, to me, really pisses me off, because as soon as someone says that, it's like, no, I don't want to talk to you no more. Because it's just instigating what they want straight off the bat.
This is once again leading into the same fear that I had before, which is, are we going to get murdered?
Yeah, pretty much.
So is this only ick if it's the first time chatting and that's the first of meets?
Yeah, so like say,
First time you meet someone, you don't want to be at someone stranger's house, do you?
You're not supposed to do that? I'm going to have to rethink my life, I think.
Yeah.
my experience with this is, if I've been talking to a lad, it's like, week 1, right? And he's like, we should go on a date. And he's like, but I don't know what to do. And I'm like, well, I don't know what to do either. And he's like, well, you could always just come over here. And I'm like, no. Then that just makes me retract and just not want to talk to him anymore.
Is there a number where it's acceptable for the old Netflix and chill to start taking approach, or is it just generally on feel?
I would say at least get the first meeting out of the way.
Yeah, you want to at least meet the person first.
Yeah.
You don't want to go to a stranger's place.
Maybe date 3. But then again, maybe date 3, because you can, I'm not being funny, but you can guarantee that sex is going to happen, and then, can't you?
You guarantee it by date 3?
No, you can
I'm quite a prude broad.
No, I mean, like, you can guarantee if you go over to someone's house that sex is going to happen. So let's leave it till at least date 3. Have the first 2 good dates to get to know each other, and then after that you can kind of chill a little bit and start going to people's house, like go over to each other's houses.
See, that's an ick. Women just thinking men just want sex. It's a disgrace.
It's true, that's why.
Oh, God, it is. It's
You're speaking from experience.
It's the sad truth. But anyway.
So, first meet, yeah, it's wary, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because
Are we saying that's a petty ick? Or are we saying that's an actual ick?
I think that's, I want to say that's a cautious ick. It's
Yeah.
a safety
Yeah.
preventing ick, isn't it?
That's a good one, actually.
Yeah.
I think it is a safety thing, isn't it? Like I said, you don't want to get murdered.
Yeah.
This has happened. I was actually listening to a podcast the other day, and there was somebody who was on, what was it? It was a dating website. I can't remember which one. And there was a guy who was pretending to be a woman and he had a photograph of like a woman on his profile, and he was talking and acting like as if he was this woman, and he was luring people to his house on the pretense of dating and saying, "Oh, come and pick me up from my house." And they were going to his house, and he was waiting for them in the garage with a balaclava and a hammer.
Fucking hell.
Yeah.
What's their handle? I fancy my chances.
So there was like 3 people that ended up murdered because of this.
Fucking hell.
Because he lured them with this fake photograph of this fake woman to the house.
So was it obviously guys, like luring guys?
Yeah, so he was
God.
pretending to be a woman, luring men to his house and murdering men. But obviously there's other things as well where you've got men that are luring women, but it was, this one was men.
Yeah, I'm massively interested in this because I love.
This needs to be the crime spin-off
Yeah,
of our
I
show,
love
I think.
crime
Yeah.
stories.
Yeah.
Right, it's moving on to
Tick
Tick
tock. Yeah.
Oh, right. So moving on to Ick 2. Making the beep noise himself on a self-checkout.
Oh, that's
Then
brilliant.
again, being in the car with you, right? You've got more sound effects than fucking Star Wars producer or whatever. But like,
that's
yeah.
true.
yes. So he's literally sort of going beep, doing his weekly shop.
Yeah. Maybe that just gives some sort of security to clarify that it's been scanned. He's like, beep, right, yeah, definitely been.
Or is he nicking and hiding?
Possibly.
He might be sort of going beep. There's the bananas. Beep. There's the chicken. Oh, yogurt's on me. Do you know what I mean? There could be a bit of shoplifting going on here. I think. Yeah.
Funny one, that.
It shows. I'm a bit silent with this. It's showing a bit of character, but I think maybe as a one-off, as a bit of a beep. Oh, that was it. If he's doing it like beep, and you're like,
Yeah.
the joke's got old.
He's addicted to doing it.
You know, like all my jokes where they get really old really fast. Do you know what? I can imagine how that could grate on you.
Yeah.
And I'm starting to think if I've ever done that.
I can say I've never done
Oh.
that.
If you're Andy's wife, can you write in, please?
So,
No, I can imagine something like that grates because it's a bit like it's a one-time joke, I guess. Yeah,
yeah.
and it's one of those as well, and he'd be like, "Oh, but no one's done this before,"
Oh,
and then
like
like,
clapping when the plane lands.
yeah, and this, what is that about, by the way? We're saying, "Wait, we landed." Yeah, yeah. Fucking hell, we'll get onto that next time. But yeah, Ryanair, they're still clapping. You end up in a farmer's field. You don't even know.
They just know they're clapping because they're still alive. That's why they're clapping.
No, I'm gonna yeah, I can imagine that gets really old really fast. But almost like, you know, like a female in a car making sort of noises. I don't know who does that like.
Feel seen.
Yeah. I can imagine that gets really old really fast. So yeah, massive.
And actually,
I'm gonna say actual lick.
yeah, I think
I'm gonna say actual lick. 'Cause
Yeah.
I would, if I do that at any point, call me out on it.
Right, no
Yeah.
problem. Right, drum roll. Are you ready for this final ick? Now, oh my god.
No.
Right.
Bring it.
He referred to my lady part as her. So he said, "Can I kiss her? Or she looks good."
Oh, my friend had this happen to them.
No.
Yeah,
Explain.
my friend had this happen to them. So she was like, there's this guy that she was seeing, and it was the first time that they'd done it, and he was in the bed, and he just sort of like, you know, the kiss like down your body, worked his way down
Yeah.
to her, and then he was like, "Oh, she's looking good today,"
No.
and she was like, "Oh God, no."
I mean,
Oh,
I'm not being funny.
God.
What's the next stage? Like, does he start serenading it?
Yeah.
Does he start giving
No.
songs? It's that time of the month, Lady in Red. Ah, sorry if anyone's been eaten.
It's actually making me cringe, like, even thinking about it right now. Like, that's just no. It's like, you just want to say, right, get the fuck back up here. End of. We're rolling over, just watching
The fuck back up here.
we're watching a movie now. Forget it.
Yeah.
she still did it with him. But then the first thing that she messaged me when I said, "How was your night last night?" She said, "He called my vag her."
Oh.
And I was like, "Hang on, what? Give me
But-
some context there.
I think the only way that is acceptable is when you call my penis her because it's so small. So it's almost like getting the world's biggest clit. But
Split dick.
oh, proud to be average.
Dangerous that. So is that an actual lick or a petty?
Plus, there's things, isn't there, where like, do girls name their like the tits and stuff?
No,
Oh, I don't-
no.
Canal. I'm
Silly
sure they've
enough.
got like they call them the twins, don't they? And like they've got names to them, like Bobby Lou and Betty Sue
like,
or something. I don't know.
Rich girls that have had like boob jobs maybe because they're proud to name them.
All right, okay.
I sometimes refer to them as the girls.
This what I'm saying. So the girls, and then obviously the other woman's obviously down below, isn't she?
I suppose that's all right for a girl to do though
Yeah.
because that's her body. But I don't want you going down on me and be like, oh, she looks good. Like, "Bleh." Oh God, no, it's making me really bad.
Oh, did I ever tell you the story about going down? Right. And
Oh, here we go.
Just to throw
Here
this
we
in,
go.
right? So there was a girl I worked with, right? And if she's listening to this, then please write in. So she asked me one. She said, "What's it?" God, I'm sorry. Right? She asked me what it was like going down on a woman, right? And what did it taste like, right? So me being as random as ever, I didn't want to answer. I didn't want to answer truthfully and sort of go, well, you know, it's got a bit of an onion taste, right?
Oh, God.
Right. So I said, "Have you ever
From my experience.
Oh,
So I
God.
turned around and I said, best way I can describe it is, have you ever licked a lemon? Right? And she looked at me really strange. And I sort of said, yeah, well, when you lick a lemon and you do that, oh, and shake your face like that. And I didn't think anything of it, right? Until I went to a wedding, right? And apparently that night, the fiance had tried to go down, right? And she went, oh, no. Mitch said it tastes like lemons. And I said, never ever, in the heat of passion, mention my name. I said it tastes like something else. So yeah, the joke totally backfired on me.
Oh, no.
Yeah. So a joke of me going tastes like lemons because I licked it and didn't want it because of the bitterness, right? Yeah, ended up backfiring on me. So there's my little story about going down.
Apparently,
Wow.
if you eat specific fruits and stuff, you can make it taste like different things.
Oh, couldn't you?
Pineapple. It's a winner.
Pineapple is
Yeah.
is a favorite one.
A
Yeah.
winner.
Pineapple. I think it's something to do with the enzymes and the acidity in pineapple. You can actually make your vagina taste like pineapple.
Makes it taste sweet.
Yeah.
The Italians now going, just don't put it on my pizza.
It tends to be more like citrusy. The more citrusy fruits that you get is like it can change the taste of it. So yes,
Cranberry juice one, or is that for like a YouTube?
If you get electric shocks, she's got something going on down there.
you use cranberry juice for curing not STIs, UTIs.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah, you use it for clearing out your urinary tracts and stuff, but you could possibly end up with it tasting like cranberries.
Fucking one level here away from having a pH lick chart going on. Yeah, we're not going to have a lickathon on the pod to find out whose
Oh,
tastes like what.
So Andy's being his usual arsehole. So that'll lead us on to the arsehole of the week, shall we? Shall we jump into that?
Oh, I love these. I
Let's
love an
jump into
arsehole.
arsehole, why not?
Jump into the arsehole.
That's a request.
Okay, I've got a story. It concerns a dog and a dildo.
Oh, no.
Here we go. Last night, I came home from work to find that my girlfriend had decided to throw away my fleshlight. I asked her why, and she said, I don't really use it, nor do I need it anymore with her around. I was annoyed that there was no consultation about it, so I decided to get even. I took her dildo from a drawer and started playing fetch with the dog. I thought it would be funny to see her dog running around with a big purple dildo in its mouth. But when my girlfriend saw, she flipped out, grabbed the dildo off the dog and started hitting me with it in the back garden.
What are the neighbours thinking?
I know she's furious that it's tuned up. Am I the asshole here when she's the one who started it?
Fucking hell. Please tell me the dog was called Roger. Come here, Roger.
Wow. That is something else, that.
I love this. This story is just so full of pettiness. It's brilliant. I loved it so
I love the
much.
level of pettiness, don't get me wrong. I really do. But does he not understand how fucking expensive dildos are?
Does she not understand the same price as the fleshlight?
Well, yeah, it's a very good
I'm
point.
going down another route with this.
Go on.
That dog was so happy. and it's had its toy ripped out of its mouth. This is a dog dad speaking here. Just let the dog have the toy.
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
feeling
you
sorry.
can't dangle it in
Yeah.
front of it and then let it and
Oh,
then take it away from
Fucking
it.
pets at bone over there, like yeah. Oh,
Wow.
and
God.
what's that dog thinking? You've given it now, like that's I mean, just to run out and beat him with said dildo. Yeah.
Well, you reap what you sow.
What would you what would you do if you literally like you just sat here now and you're watching like whatever show's on there, like, and then like someone just runs out, someone's whacking someone with a dildo. You
That
think
would be
GTA's took over,
absolutely
wouldn't you?
hilarious. You'd have to film it, wouldn't you, if you saw that outside?
That's one of those like you won't believe what.
You won't
yeah,
believe what I've just seen.
yeah. That's
In
that.
shock. I generally am in shock.
Do you want another update?
Yeah. Oh my God, there's update. Oh, go for it.
Oh my god!
Update.
Please tell me the dog's okay.
My girlfriend didn't actually throw my flashlight out. She just hid it in the drawer and I found. I don't know why she did that and lied to me, but I feel like I am an asshole now for destroying one of her toys. How was I supposed to know?
So now I have a question, right? Does this mean that he's going to then have to go and buy her a dildo? Because I would love to see that exchange in like Ann Summers or something. Like he's at the till and he's just buying this dildo and he's just like, yeah,
It's not for me.
not for me. I accidentally give my girlfriend's dildo to the dog.
I've actually got another story.
Oh, go on then.
There was a guy I used to work with, right? People shouldn't work with me. It.
Oh, I think I know this story.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love this.
So
I'm just new to all these
I know
stories.
this is what it's all about. This pod is about entertaining you, right? Honestly. So this guy was like an ex-bouncer. He was all like Mr. Macho, and he was always telling me and bragging like what he got for his girlfriend that week. Everything was like, the fucking vibrator 3000, like this is going up at night and it's plugged in the national grid, right? I always wanted to go around and check on her and make sure she was still breathing. Some of the stuff he bought. Anyway, so every dinner time he'd be like, "Well, I'm gonna go to Ann Summers and get this new toy," right? So then he started to say, "Well, you can come if you want," because I think it was a brag.
Right.
So yeah, one time I thought I'm gonna just have a bit of an awkward moment for him because he's too male and proud. So when we got to the front, right, I went, "Are you sure you're gonna get that one for her?" And he was like, "Yeah." So we got the till, and just as he was about to get served, I went, "No, stop, because if that's going up my ass, right, I should
love
have
it.
the choice, right? Because the problem is, you just force these things in me, right?" And I went full like I was abusive.
Hey.
And he never went again.
Never invited you again.
Yeah. So yeah,
Did he
Yeah.
still buy the toy?
he put it back. The best fun was when one of the lasses followed me out the shop and went, "Do you need to talk? Do you need any help?" And she generally was going to ring the police and thought I was, thought I was getting all sorts of utensils
my
up
God.
my back passage.
I love
Yeah.
that.
I just wanted to embarrass him because I was sick of hearing how she was getting like mauled every week by these sort of, he's pulling these things out like some little lock stock, like ready to go.
So he just buys them all online now.
I think it's going to be an episode of Spragging on Work.
So now Ann Summers doesn't get his business anymore, but Love Honey's making a killing.
Yeah.
So yeah. So are we deciding on who's arsehole on it then?
I think she might be the arsehole.
She started it,
I
Yeah,
think she's the
yeah.
asshole here, yeah.
and
He brought it on herself.
he's done that. All right then, if you're going to play
yeah,
that game,
he just retaliated.
I'm going to go her.
Yeah.
Don't mess with a man's flashlight,
Yeah.
otherwise your dildo's going to get fucking mauled by a dog.
Yeah.
There you go, see?
Great.
Yeah.
That's a life lesson learned today, I think.
So yeah, there's kind of a bit of a stigma around it, isn't there? And I suppose that kind of links in, doesn't it, to our next section? Well, let's talk about our stigma. Break the stigma. What are we going to do this week then?
So we've had two kind of heavy ones, haven't we? We've had sort of cancer and we've had,
LGBTQ.
yes, we've had all that stuff. So we're thinking all stigmas can it can apply to most things, can't it? So we're going to go a bit more light-hearted. So one of the stigmas, it's kind of like bathroom behaviour.
Yeah.
Isn't
Public
it?
bathroom.
So I can't speak for what it's like in a girl's environment. I mean, actually, maybe I can. Yeah, there was a point where I used to think you had your holes on your back because you just couldn't hit the fucking toilet seat.
Isn't that a man's problem?
I swear to God, some of the junk that gets left on women's toilets. Anyway, right? Don't ask me how I know, right? So I'm not gonna shame anyone else from this pod. But Yeah, it's that kind of etiquette in a toilet. Also, it's the whole if you're in the toilet cubicle, right, and you sat there and you're thinking, right, I'm about to blow, right, and someone walks in, what do you do as females?
Oh, Jesus.
Try not to.
It's the worst thing. You know what, right? I pick and choose my moment. So if I'm in a toilet, don't get me wrong, the best place to go, and I love it, is Weatherspoons toilets, because there tends to be like a lot of cubicles in a Weatherspoons, isn't there? So
Yeah.
anyone's to blame there.
So anyone's to
Anyone's
blame.
to blame.
It's the ones where it's like 2 or 3 cubicles, and it's like, you know, it's
Like the shittest game of Guess Who.
violently smallest choice ever.
Did it come out
So-
solid? Yeah.
When you're
That's
like-
not Emily.
When you started and obviously someone walks in, I do try and like hold it.
Oh, you're a clencher?
Yeah, I really am. And I think pick and choose my moments in the respect that, like, okay, so when they're closing the door, that's stage 1. That's push 1. Right?
My God, it's a military mission.
When they flush, that's stage 2. When they leave and they're washing their hands,
The hairdryer as a
stage
cover.
3, and then dry their hands, stage 4. I try and break it up because I don't think, but sometimes it catches me off guard. It's just like, and it's just straight out with me. I've got no time to retract it, so it's either I have to wait for them to leave or I have to take it in stages.
I go for the hand dryer moment.
Hand dry moment.
The hand dryer, loud
Yeah.
noise, go for it.
Yeah. Drop
So,
it.
me being me and thinking everything's hilarious and getting it wrong all the time, is it bad that I sort of pretend to do those things and accidentally, on purpose, miss those slots? So, like, wait for the sort of, like, the hairdryer, and then as soon as it finishes, just go, keep it out.
No, to make the person uncomfortable.
But, yeah,
Oh.
yeah, but on the same thing as well, when I'm when I'm drying my hands and then I know those things are going on, is a confession before they get the confessions going on. So I'm aware of these little, because men do the same thing. And I thought men, you get the odd guy that just goes, oh, better out than in, like sort of caveman vibe. But most men tend to go, oh, let's pretend no one's shitting even though the door's locked. Right? Whether it's being polite or whether it's like social awkwardness, I don't know where it comes from, but I know it ends up. But but one of the things I like to do is go through those stages and then delay them. Overwash my hands, know that they're clenching. I'm a sod, right?
No.
Honestly. But the worst one is when you go, right, I'm just going to leave the door. And then you close the door and stay in the toilets, knowing they're about to sort of just go, well, thank God he's gone. And then you go, and cough. So you just know there's a Sly Stallone cliffhanger film going on.
God's sake.
Is it just me? Something wrong with me, isn't there?
I think I'm a nice person in the respect of, if it's not me on the other end of it and I'm washing my hands and I know someone in the toilet struggling, right? I do this thing where I prolong my hand drying
Oh my
to
God,
help them out.
you're such a la 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 la.
Yeah,
la,
like
aren't you?
it's a normal thing. I'm trying to dry my hands even longer.
Yeah, no, I play the mental game.
I suppose it's different for men though, because like you wouldn't like me unless you're a really uncomfortable like pisser. Like I feel like
An uncomfortable pisser.
Explain that.
men will just use like the standy up things, whereas if you're going
Urinals.
into the
Can't shit in
yeah.
the urinal.
Oh, that's the only other reason a man would go into a cubicle.
Right,
So
okay.
you know that they want to shit.
I don't know, sometimes I treat myself to a sit-down wee.
Oh, don't sit
Yeah,
down.
do you know, like, oh, it's payday. I've had a muffin, take the pressure off your legs. you might let the odd fart slide into the bowl. Like, oh, this is your day, Andrew. You fart and watch him wobble.
I like that a sit down way is a treat.
That was a
I
good
don't,
one.
I don't think I'm the only guy. I don't think I'm the only
You're
guy.
not the only guy. I don't actually watch something. It was a stand-up comedian show, and it was Jack Whitehall who said that he's a sit-down weir.
A sit-down wee, yeah, I'm all for the...
Sit-down weir.
Is there a stigma around men sitting down to wee?
Don't know, is there?
I don't know.
I haven't read the news chart.
Is it frowned upon for you to sit
I
down
kind
and
of feel like next time I have a treat and I sit down, right, I'm just going to get someone's head pop underneath the fucking thing and just go, shame,
wee? Like,
you
is it-
amateur.
Is it more of a manly thing to do when you to have a wee standing up, or if you go at the cubicle and have a sit down wee? Is that frowned
There's
upon?
so many stigmas. So here's another thing that I do, right, and I'm sorry for anyone I've ever done this next to, right? So there's a rule about where you stand in a urinal.
Right.
So if
Yes, I've
you
heard
walk,
about this.
yeah, you walk in and someone stood at number 1, and there's 4 urinals. Which one do you choose?
Number
Right.
3.
3 or 4?
Okay.
You get the furthest point away.
Right.
I like to stand at number 2 to make it
Good thing.
because it's the thing you're never supposed to talk about, and then it just all of a sudden that light gentle flow, it comes awkward. Yeah,
Oh no.
I think it's me. Yeah.
You just thrive on other people's awkwardness.
Yeah.
Though.
No, because you know what it is? It's the things that nobody talks about. And if you just went, we're all having a piss, get over it. You could walk into number 2 and just be like, yeah. But on the same thing, I've had people embarrass me, and people have just went, all right, and start conversations and stuff. And I'm like, I have to face forward and look at my own Johnson, thanks. Like, yeah, there's loads of stigmas, but that leads into like farting in relationships as well.
Yes. Yes.
As girls, yous must go home like bagpipes because you do fart.
I
Do not play
this
this-
from work. Honestly, my tummy is the fucking worst when I come home because
Oh.
I've probably held in like a fart all day. And to the point where
All day.
I'm absolutely fucking crippled and my tummy's killing me. I'm so bad for it.
I want someone to come and tickle you at work. Fucking Ash Cloud number 2.
Honestly.
How long do you think you should leave it before you fart in front of somebody in a new relationship?
I mean, not in the first 10 minutes, I guess.
I think this is a lengthy scale, but I would say 6 months.
6 months.
6 months.
6 months.
You were holding in a fart for 6 months.
Yeah. Because it's a really, you know what, right? It's funny because now I'm thinking about it. I got with my ex-boyfriend in like March and we went to London in like August, I think. And I don't think I was comfortable like go up the toilet in front of him. And I was dreading it because we had to share a room and I was like, oh my God, I'm going to have to actually go for like a number 2 in the same room as him. So yeah, I think like that's not long really.
Well, there's a guy I knew, right? And to test his relationship that was going to last, he used to introduce him to the bedroom ghost. And I don't know if you know what this is.
Oh,
So it's like a Dutch oven. So,
Yes.
but the difference is, what you do, you lock them inside the quilt, you fart, and they end up going, ooh, trying to get out. And he called it the bedroom ghost. And if they could
Oh.
handle more than one bedroom ghost, they were a keeper.
I like it.
hey, it's torture.
It's going to happen, though, isn't it? It normally happens. It'll be like the first sleepover, and you'll think, oh my God, I've been so good. I haven't farted in front of him. How was your night's sleep? And he all night had like his fucking eyebrows raised all night because you've fucking let them out as you've relaxed.
You're asleep when
Yeah,
you're asleep.
the QE2's
Do
arrived.
do that, to be fair. You know what? It's bad because mine came out. We were having like a tickle, like a fun fight, like an actual like play fight, and I think that was when I'd cracked it.
Cracked it.
That's from then that day onwards. I don't think I stopped farting.
Wow.
Yeah.
I've got a great confession later on about farts.
But anyway, about the stigma thing, can we just clarify that all bodily functions are normal? That's why we're trying to break the stigma.
Yeah.
Yeah, just talk about it. Do you know what?
Everybody wheezes, everybody poos.
So anyone listening now who's yet to fart in front of their partner,
Do it.
they need to do it.
Just
Yeah.
do it.
Just do it.
Make a laugh out of it. So obviously my dad, my dad's no longer here and stuff, but my dad used to do. He used to walk in front of us as kids, right? And as he was walking along, he used to sort of go, "Oh, just done a duck." Like there was just ducks laying everywhere, but it always used to sound like the perfect duck getting stuck.
Have you seen them games that couples play where it's like guess the fart, guess the tune?
No?
Seen it on TikTok. So basically, they'll go like, "I'm gonna fart. What do you think it's gonna sound like?" And then the like,
Oh, I think I've seen something like that. Yes,
and then
I
the
do.
other person will like imitate it, and then he'll fart, and it'll be
Yeah,
like,
they'll
"Oh my
go.
God."
They'll go like, and
Yeah,
it comes out like that, and they'll go, "How have you picked that? How
I
have you picked
love
Donald
that.
Duck coming out your ass today?"
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to play that.
Not today, please.
Speaking of TikTok trends, I think that kind of leads us into what's trending. What's trending? What's trending? What's trending? What's trending? So, have you seen what is trending at the moment?
Whole world has seen what has been trending.
So, shall we say it together and see what
Yeah.
happens?
3, 2, 1.
Hot
Two.
I love this girl.
Why was your voice deeper than mine there? That was You've done this before, Emily. Let's sit back
Honestly,
and let the stories
it's-
flow.
Fewer facts, like she ain't lying.
The fact she's got a Nashville accent has already turned me on. Do you know what? I've got another thing from this, right? This woman has gone viral, right? She has, for me, all we heard about was COVID. right? You can't do this. Space. Wash your hands, all this.
Hands, face, space.
Yeah. This woman has fixed COVID and officially closed COVID and went, you can spit on cocks now. It is done. Phlegm on people. We are back in business, everyone. COVID is over. Thank you, Hawk Tour girl. What's she called? Haley Welch, I think she's called. Yeah. So thank you for
sure.
ending COVID officially, Haley. That's what I want to say.
Thank you for ending COVID.
The facts are facted, like literally. I've never heard something more true. Like it's true. It's a good move.
It's a good move. I think all the spin-offs and the creativity from everyone on social media has
Yeah.
been brilliant. I seen a Mortal Kombat one where it was just like, Hawk Tour, finish him. Like, there's been some brilliant ones. I don't know which ones you have seen.
There's been a Titanic one. Rose is the original Hawk Tour girl.
Oh, and he's
when she's
teaching
getting
her.
off the boat.
Oh, yeah. Oh, man, Cal like sort of grabs her and she goes, Hawk Tour, and gets away from him.
Yeah.
Oh, there's some brilliant ones.
Honestly, it's so good. I love the little remix that they've made on it as well.
Oh, honestly.
I seen a video. Well, I've seen her TikTok, and she said that her life has completely changed since just doing that. Like one thing, like it's just one comment.
Do you know what? I sit there and I think, like, you never know when your moment's going to be. And for me, she's got the right attitude on it as well.
Yeah,
And I'm so pleased for her because, like, there'll be people going, she's a bit of a skank talking about that type of stuff. She kind of, like, embraced it. She's quit a job. She didn't get, like, sacked or anything. She's quit a job to travel and make the most of this moment. And do you know what? Like, for whatever shame she might get from it, I don't know if you have seen anything, but I'm all for her. Like, fair play to her. Like, on whatever level, she's living her best life now. She's already been on stage with Zach Bryan, a country singer. Who I
I've
absolutely
seen
love.
that.
Like, absolutely jealous already. I'll hawk her for Zach Bryan. So yeah, I don't know if you've seen anything on the negative front with it, but I'm all for her.
I mean, there's obviously going to be negative comments, isn't there? Like everybody, then people that what are they called?
People.
People. No,
Oh, them
what are they
fuckers.
called? The people on like social media that hate everything.
Oh, yeah.
Just,
Just people get offended up at
Keyboard
everything.
warriors,
that's the
though.
one. That's why we started this pod, to just enjoy stuff, didn't we?
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
they've obviously got something to say about it, haven't they?
I've seen a thing about her father, who apparently her father is a pastor in the local
Of course he is.
church. And he's quite a prominent Southern pastor, and he says this isn't the kind of attention we want for our family, and he's asking for privacy during this difficult time.
Difficult time.
Said we hope she's spread the good word, not become a national laughing stock. But then she's unapologetic about it. I was just being myself. My dad's just jealous he isn't getting any. I love that quote. It's brilliant.
Oh, fair play
It's
to you,
tough
girl.
because innocence has died.
I mean, they're no joke. They're no joke down like in the sort of south
Yeah,
parts of
yeah.
like North America and stuff.
Very
like
much so.
he is going to be a serious sort of like religious man.
Yeah.
And she's just sat at the back of like his sermon again and just sort of going, "Toga!"
Get in the sermon.
The fuck, yeah, unbelievable.
There's a point that I've seen and it says, no more Netflix and chill. We're talking about Hulu and tour.
Yeah.
As well to bring forth the nerd, because obviously I am a nerd. I've seen as well that people probably be familiar with the game Skyrim. There's these dragon shouts that you can use, and they give like a magic effect when they shout in dragon language. And someone's made a mod for that game where they've replaced the dragon language shouts with Hawk Tour sound effect instead. So
I
it's
love-
even spread to that.
I
Yeah.
love all these like little things that people have made. Like I've just seen another one saying, if she don't hawk to her, I don't want to talk her to her.
Oh,
There you go.
This is for me. This is what the internet's for, right? When something happens, and it'll be like straight away. It's like soon when I know we just had the Euros and stuff like that. Not to talk about football and keep it away from that. But soon as Scotland were knocked out, the amount of texts I got about the way Scotland were knocked out, and it'll be the same if England get beat,
Yeah.
or if England win or whatever. Because this is going to go out. We're recording this the day before, so we don't know the results. So yeah, hopefully we do it. But there's all these types of things where as soon as something happens on the internet or someone dies, like boom, the jokes are in, aren't they? And
Yeah.
you think,
Yeah.
bloody hell, the news was announced, and next, like when Michael Jackson died, right, the jokes that went straight through your phone. You're like, how has that happened so quick?
It's like when the Titanic, like that little sub went down. Like don't get me wrong,
The
it was really,
Titanic.
it's really
I'm
bad.
thinking back in 1912 when people were texting, Shit happened. Yeah.
Talking about that sub went down like last year or whatever. And like then people made memes on it. I mean, don't get me wrong, it was really like sinister, but it was funny.
This is, you need to laugh in adverse things. And this girl, for me, I'm all for it.
Yeah.
I'm all for it. And the fact that she's even gone against her dad, like, even better.
Bashed it. This is something that it relates to it. So it was, the question was how to drive a man crazy, wasn't it? In
Yeah.
bed. So I want to ask you, right, what would drive you crazy as a man?
Oh, see, I was on about like how I was gonna drive like a woman crazy because I was just gonna say I was gonna, be all seductive, tie her up, and then just go shopping and leave her. I don't know. It just depends on the mood, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I kind of feel like that Friends thing with the 2, 3, 4.
Oh, yeah.
There's a 2,
seven.
3, and a
Seven.
4.
Yeah, yeah.
Seven.
I don't believe I have a set pattern. Maybe I do. I don't know. Yeah. What you're about, Andy, is just 1, 2, 1, 2. Like, who
1, 2
knows?
done.
Yes. What drive me? Just difference. I mean, that's me in general, though, isn't it? Like, if anything's samey,
Mm,
I get a bit annoyed. So yeah, just mixing it up slightly.
variation.
So over the course of this pod, we've probably brought a lot of our own confessions into this.
Oh, yeah.
Especially me. I've
It's been a very
brought
confession day.
a few stories. So, but why don't we hear from the people that have wrote in?
It is time for your deepest, darkest secret. Let me in if you dare.
Right, I have 2 confessions for you. Right, and I'm gonna start with. Let me just get these on my phone. Where are we? Right, okay. I once convinced my friends to break into an abandoned building near our estate. Numerous ghost stories were told about said building, and we plucked up the courage to face the rumours. As we got deeper into the building and the darkness grew thicker, still no sign of haunted vision, until wham! My friend to this day claims she got punched in the face by a ghost when in one of the darkest rooms I've ever known. Little does she know, the reason I convinced her to break in was so I could punch her without her knowing. She'd been annoying me a lot that week, and I had to let out my anger. We are still friends.
I love that so much.
That's devious, isn't it?
Wow, that's something else,
A
that.
haunted house. Let's go and break in, and then bang. And to this day, she thinks, "Oh my god, a ghost hit
Got
me."
punched by a
She's probably
ghost.
been on the radio and everything. I got punched once. Oh, those magazines. Do you remember those magazines? I got punched in the face by
Take
a
a
ghost.
break.
Yeah, get like 50 quid for your story and that.
Oh, I love that story. I like that they're still friends as well.
Obviously, it's keeping it on and stuff. So, like, yeah, she doesn't know, does she?
Oh, I wonder
God.
if she listens to this, then she'll
She
know.
knows.
Risky.
So I am keeping it a non, but I can't imagine there's many of them hanging around Tesco.
How hard did that person hit her? But then how hard does she actually think a ghost can hit?
Don't know.
So many questions.
But the fact that she just went, "Oh my god, been hit by this ghost." Like,
I love that story.
Love it.
I think
Yeah.
that's amazing.
what would
Yeah.
you do in that situation? Like,
Well,
I use the type that would lure someone into a.
I feel like how much pent up energy did that person have to
I
take
mean,
her there
they've
to
done
do
a lot to
that?
piss them off, haven't
Because
they?
you can't ever pull that again, can you? You can't be like, let's go back to that haunted house again and try that
It's
again.
Tuesday. It's
Yeah.
welcome.
I would definitely have broken into a haunted house, though. I'm going to be honest. I
You know
would have.
you would have, not for the reason of this.
I would have enjoyed.
When they type wham, you were getting something else, weren't you?
It's on your checklist, isn't it?
Yeah.
Graveyard done. Church done.
The Tropicana dicks are free.
Oh god.
It's your type of wham.
I would have definitely enjoyed a little trip through a haunted house. I think that would have been fun. An abandoned haunted house. That would have been fun, that. It'd have been creepy and it'd be interesting.
Oh, do you know what we should do? We should do a Halloween episode.
I've
Yes.
already been thinking about this. I already thought about this when
Oh my
Emily
god,
said hers.
unagi.
Oh, Naggy.
Yes,
yeah.
we should do a Halloween episode. That would be really
Because
fun.
I'll have to do that whole, because I'll be honest, what I do, you know when you watch like horror films and stuff? I do the whole man thing, like, I'm not even fucking bothered, but I'm going to stare at my popcorn and pretend I find the best bit of popcorn. And, oh, there's a scary bit gone. See, I wasn't even scared. Like, So I'd be the type trying to brave it out, but then, like, it wasn't me. Bit like when I screamed at Shania, wasn't it? When it just sort of comes out. So yeah, Halloween episode I think needs to happen.
Oh, definitely.
You know what we should do, right? I know of a haunted house, right? That's really dark, right? Do you want to come along?
You're gonna punch us in the face.
I'm trying to lure Emily just so I can, like, I was going to say fisty there, but that's a bit of a
Not tonight.
wrong term of fist. Right, fisting. Right. Last confession, right? I want you to pay attention for this one, okay? It caught my attention. The subject is called Rough Puff Stuff. I loved it straight away. I loved it. The subject. If you can put fancy subjects, it will get my attention, okay? I went away for a dirty weekend with a guy I was interested in. After a fun day around, drinking and spotting the local scenery, we were soon back at the hotel and going at it like two cats in a squabble. The local delicacies we sampled that day had started to take effect, and whilst biting sheets, I felt myself clenching at the other end as my stomach started to churn.
Can see where this is going.
I told you about it from earlier. I felt an award-winning gutbuster brewing. I tried my best to hold it in, but my liver was in full motion, and couldn't no longer as a love puff burst its banks and parted my cheeks like Moses once did, with my bush also burning through the action.
Look up!
A brief silence before my lover continuing and giggling to pound away at my rosy love box. I'm loving the wording. Showed that a burst of wind couldn't stop or embarrass us. At least the first one's now out the way. We've already organised the next dirty weekend.
Just right on the dirtiness.
So yeah, I mean, talk about breaking the stigma.
Wow.
She's tried to hold this award-winning fart in, and had no choice but to just backfire, as she's been obviously, I'm guessing, doggy, judging by biting the.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Yeah. What would you do in
Yeah.
that situation if you're trying to hold a fart in and you're getting thrusted away and you're thinking, oh God, he's in a mission, I can't stop him. Emily T, I'm coming to you first, right? Come on. Have you ever had a moment like this? You don't have to say,
I've had worse happen to me,
oh, no.
but that is for another time because
Okay,
that's
right.
too.
A confession for another day.
Yeah. But honestly, I feel this girl's pain so
Not as much as
So
she did,
much.
clearly.
fucking hell. No.
There's a guy, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know if I'm going to continue, if I'm going to go. I probably would make light heart of it. And I suppose as a guy, you're like, well, I haven't had my bit yet, so I'll just continue.
Would you just finish off?
Probably would, yeah.
They do. They do.
But,
Me.
yeah, finish off. But the problem is, like, would it go down if it's a fucking absolute stinker?
That is a good point,
It
yeah.
goes right up your nostrils. It's going to affect your flow in it.
Yeah, if it stinks, then it's gonna be a bit off-putting, isn't
And
it?
she's obviously held it in. Yeah. Yeah.
Mm,
Wow.
That's
Yeah.
a good question. That
So,
I want to know if it stinks
but,
or not.
Yeah, I'll try and get a follow up on that. If you can message back in, if you can bottle it up for us and send it in, we'll.
I don't want to
Wow.
open mail to like somebody's fart in a bottle.
Haven't you this?
Oh what?
Oh,
What?
yeah, someone's asked you.
Oh
to
yeah,
say-
someone asked me for a fart. Yeah.
Explain this situation.
Yeah, some. Okay, so somebody that I know, asked me to send a recording of a fart because he wanted to hear what it sounded like coming from my ass.
That's fart.
Yeah.
What did you think it was going to be like? Coming out your cheeks.
Oh god. I wish I farted like that. That would be make things much interesting, wouldn't it?
It's making me think of this girl bent over now in the Phantom of the Opera with the out. And then look around as it comes out. Sorry, go on. Anyway, back to your ass farts.
Yeah, this guy, he asked me for a recording of a fart. I don't know why exactly, but for some reason, farts turn him on,
I hope you charged it.
and he likes. No, I gave him what?
Yeah, why are you giving them
Oh.
away for free, Emily?
Because they're gonna come out my ass anyway.
made
aren't
that.
they?
You wouldn't put it on Etsy for free,
She
would
was
you?
talking about this at the start of the episode, how she just likes to give and things like. Can,
Yeah,
can,
for
can we
what-
leave charity away from your shit box?
Move the charity from my asshole. No, yes, for a record. It turns him on. He likes it when somebody sits on his face and farts, and he
Oh my God.
particularly enjoys it if they stink. He likes to
Making me want to
smell them.
Oh my God.
Not gonna lie.
I don't get this at all.
It's interesting, isn't it?
Yeah.
There are some interesting kinks out there, like, isn't there?
Yeah. The first thing we need to learn is if it comes out the ash, you're gonna pay cash, right? That's the one thing. That's the one thing you need to learn. But yeah,
I mean, that's probably one of the weirdest things I've been asked for. I have been asked for someone to send a pair of soiled pants to them.
Look, with a pair of solar pants.
Soiled.
she can only go out when it's bright. Chargeable. Met the wrong trousers. She's off. Kid's kicked in. Solar pants.
I love it. I love that.
Solar pants. Imagine trying to bring them into fashion.
Solar
And his eyes look big in this. Coming in like fucking.
Wallace and Gromit.
Megatron.
I create my own electricity.
Dear
Ah.
God.
Good.
Somebody he actually offered me 200 quid for a pair of my soiled knickers.
Wow.
Yeah.
200?
Yeah,
That's a
200
pretty fair
quid.
price, that, you know. I wouldn't mind pissing myself for 200 quid.
Pissing yourself for 200 quid is not bad.
Fuck me,
yeah.
I'll do it for 50 quid. I don't. I'm broke. I'm broke as shit. Yeah.
But yeah.
No one's
there's that
asking a
one.
guy for that, is it? It's a very female.
Yeah, girls are a little bit less weird, I think.
I don't know how I'd feel if some girl just was like, "Oh, give me some of them dirty boxes." Yeah.
I don't know if girls are less weird or if they're just less inclined to ask somebody outright.
Yeah. They have to clean up their husband's dirty stuff on the floor anyway, so...
I'm sure that there's women out there with some of these weird kinks as well, but they just don't.
Hang on, dirty stuff on the floor.
Yeah, like, because women tend to, like, clean up their men's, like, the husband's, like, bit that they've left around, isn't it? Like, the clothes and stuff. So, why would you go
You made it
pay-
seem like they were just like, doing that thing that dogs do where they wipe their ass cracks across the floor, getting up and they're just going, clean that. Like,
Wow, I wouldn't be surprised.
I bet there's somebody out there who will have
Yeah.
done that.
I'm going to try that when I go home.
I don't think that will go down.
Kick my head in. Just me and the dog together. You don't know which one it was.
Oh, God.
So yeah, have you had any more requests, like weird things to be sent in?
Feet.
No,
Feet.
because honestly, right,
Someone asked me for pictures of my feet.
I totally vouch for feet pictures. But I'm not me wanting them. I mean, I don't mind. I'm not saying I do as well, but I wouldn't mind selling my feet. Right? So, my theory on this is, right, you've got, like, what's it called? OnlyFans, right? It's not that extreme. So, OnlyFans, they see your body, they see your face. You can put a face to the body. Whereas feet, they're very quite like distancing. Like nobody could tie me to my feet.
Except with a rope.
I could sell a picture of my feet, and
That's how I
nobody
met
would
your
know
mother.
that they're my feet. Yeah. So I think why not make some money off the trotters?
I agree. I found myself, as you tell that story, stare at the bottom of your feet. I mean, I don't know how you've got grass stains on by being inside.
Without earlier, to be fair.
And
I
I'm sat there and I'm thinking, would I pay for them?
wouldn't even show you what they look like.
To be fair, I can't comment. I mean, look, unless someone's trying to bring Lord of the Rings back, like those hairy toes there, like
You fat hobbit.
Yeah, someone wants those hobbits on them. Like, yeah, even the fact that I've just put them on your cushion there, you might get them off
Get
there.
them off my fucking
Yeah.
sofa.
So yeah, yeah, feet I can kind of get away with. It's less intrusive, I guess.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I mean.
Yeah.
If you're going to make money off any part of your body, feet would be the way forward.
If I was going to Primark and having to get like new knickers because they were on sale every fucking 5 minutes, then
Yeah.
that's a bit something else, isn't it?
Yeah, you're out of pocket there, though, aren't you?
Out of pocket.
But, to be fair, in Primark, you can get knickers for £1. So, you know,
yeah, but
you
if
could...
they start requesting some fucking fancy shit,
How do you know they've wore them?
I guess you could smell it.
pants.
I mean, this is the whole thing, like the fart in the jar. I mean, it's gonna get out, isn't it?
People smell. No,
How
they
do you know?
sell stink bombs, don't they? So what's to say you didn't capture a stink bomb and just put it in a jar and sell it?
Here's because parts are free. Stink bombs cost you money. Here's a thing as well. This is something that kind of links in with that fart in a jar thing. My friend told me somebody at wherever she works, they had a box on one of the batches that they were producing, and they farted in the box and they sealed it up so that when the next shift came in and they opened it, they got I'll deal with it.
You know what, right? You know what I'm convinced of? People do that in the ham packaging factory. Do you ever get a fresh
Ham?
Yeah. Obviously, you wouldn't know this, Emily, because you're a vegetarian. Just say vegan. But when you open a fresh packet of ham, it smells like someone's boffed in it.
Oh God, I love that.
And I'm not the only person who thinks this. Clearly, everyone who opens a fresh packet of chicken or ham knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I don't think anyone's got that much gas to get every little bit of meat packaged up. I mean, imagine that on the production line. Oh, can you stop packing chicken at that end? Gary can't blow. Oh, fucking hell. Come on, Gary, have some eggs. Right. Imagine that performance plan. You get to your
That'd be
appraisal.
interesting.
We're going to have to let you go, Gary. You just don't fart on command enough.
Oh God.
We need to talk about like weirdest jobs or something.
Weirdest jobs.
Weirdest jobs, yeah.
That could be interesting.
I've already invented like someone's like there's a buffer at the end of the production line. I knew a guy once, right? Oh, they're all coming out today, right? Not me fart. But someone, the story to this is brilliant, and I admired his level. He went to go and be a pea pusher in Hull.
Pea push.
So do you know when so basically, right, they go down the production line, right, these peas, right, and then they obviously end up in the tins. But every now and again on the conveyor belt, they get stuck. So his job was to just go and push the peas away from the side.
That's so sad.
Right, I know, but, right, this guy, right, got the job because he turned up in the interview in a lime green suit because of his love for peas.
Oh.
And they hired him on the basis of that. I don't think he lasted there long.
Oh.
Yeah, but this was the story I got. And yeah, he became a pea pusher and just loved these. Let's just move it away from the old,
I don't know how much you get paid generally.
I don't know. Do you get paid in peas? Pennies? No?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe you do get pen and peas.
So yeah, maybe we can talk about sort of weirdest jobs and
I
stuff
think
like
that'd
that.
be good.
Yeah. I'll write that down for next time, but yeah. Right?
Well, on that note, thank you so much for listening to this month's episode. Please make sure that you keep sending in all your stories to us. Our email is samegenus@outlook.com. Our Twitter/X handle is @samegenuspod, and Instagram @samegenus_different_species. Thank you so much for listening. Any guys say thank you? Say bye.
Just don't go fat on your lovers. That's all I've got to say, really. And keep your dildos away from your dogs.
Yeah, that's what we've learned. If anything we've learned today is to don't let your dog have a dildo.
And we're gonna have a serious chat how everyone needs to start paying for your gushers.
Lovely. We'll see you again on the 1st of September. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.